place on the planet, the front line in Afghanistan.
I've been given unprecedented access to the military equipment used by Allied forces in the fight against the Taliban. Guns, armoured personnel carriers, tanks, helicopters, rockets, planes and jets.
I wanted to get first-hand experience of these incredible battle machines.
And find out whether they're up to the job in such a ferocious war zone.
Over the coming weeks, we're going to be in for one hell of a bumpy ride.
This time, I'm going outside the wire to a patrol base just taken from the enemy in a hard-fought battle for the front line. But while taking ground is one thing, holding on to it is another, and it's time to bring out the big guns. Wow! Last time, behind enemy lines rescuing wounded soldiers from the battlefield, the Chinook I was flying in was hit by Taliban bullets. With the pilot hit in the head and the aircraft's controls damaged, we were lucky to make it back to base alive.
Gonna be a bit wobbly on the way, Roger.
Now I'm ready to get up close and personal with the Taliban yet again, but this time on the ground. Winning territory in a war is hard, but keeping hold of it is even harder. To see how that's achieved, I'm travelling to a forward operating base in Musa Qala, established 3 years ago after a bloody campaign to take the area from the grip of the Taliban in Operation Snakebite.
Right, this is us. Flight's been called. Time to get everything on our shoulders. Head off to the FOB. Musa Qala.
The forward operating base at Musa Qala is 100 kilometres north of the relative safety of Camp Bastion. But with the threat from roadside bombs ever present, it's not a journey to be attempted by road.
Looking forward to this journey on a Merlin.
I'm saying that even though I narrowly escaped death on my last journey in a helicopter, proving that no journey in Afghanistan is safe, however you travel. The Merlin is the aircraft of choice for this sort of troop movement. It may not have the heavy lift capability of the Chinook, but its 3 Rolls-Royce engines and digital cockpit mean it's fast and completely state-of-the-art.
And we're off. Simple as that. Guys sat down at the rear door, mounted the machine gun. The rear door's open like that, the runt's down. Freezing in here.
The Merlin might have the most advanced defensive systems of any helicopter in the world, but I'm still glad we've got a man machine gun on either side and one at the rear.
Well, already we've left the safety of Camp Bastion and we're deep within Helmand province, heading towards the green zone, Musa Qala. You barely know we're moving. This is so silky smooth, this Merlin. Wow. What a bit of kit.
After half an hour, we set down at the forward operating base at Musa Qala. Once the front line and the most dangerous area in the whole of Helmand province. It's now a British stronghold, but still not without its risks.
So this is Musa Qala. That's the outer gate, and beyond that gate you need helmet and body armour on. In fact, just standing here is a bit of a risk. The ANA, which is the Afghan National Army, anyone who comes in these doors that is a local national, they get body searched, and we've seen quite a bit of that.
Blood has been shed on this ground more than once. The Allies took it from the Taliban in 2006, but an agreement made with tribal elders to keep the insurgents out didn't last.
Taliban had reneged on that agreement, executed the local elders, taken control of the town, and used it as a base from which to manufacture narcotics and to mount attacks.
Musa Qala was retaken in December 2007 during Operation Snakebite. The resulting security has led to a commercial boom and a return to some normality. The Allies are working closely with the Afghan authorities and huge progress has been made, but reminders of how quickly things can change are everywhere.
I feel much safer, actually, once I'm behind these gates. And in here is where the real Musa Qala fob begins. That was a Taliban hotel. That's a stronghold. You can see it's riddled with bullet holes all over the side. It was almost their last stand, but now it's ours. The household cavalry are based in there at the moment. It's all camouflage and they have got eyes all over the surrounding population. So we feel pretty safe being right here in Musa Qala. The front line has been shifted just to the boundaries, but it's still out there, isn't it? There is...
Very much so.
Not too far away from here.
No, and you can still, from as high as we are now, still see where the insurgents launched their attacks from.
Keeping a protective eye over the garrison is Troop Commander Tim Godfrey. At his fingertips, a glut of high-tech gadgetry designed to survey the area, detect incoming enemy mortar or rocket attacks, pinpoint their origin and deliver a lethal response.
So what would happen then, Tim, if insurgent forces did launch a mortar attack into Musa Qala? How would you know?
Well, my soldiers that man this equipment 24/7, they would then alert the FOB, so everybody in the FOB can take cover, get under hard cover and be protected, and that's their primary job, is to protect lives within this base. Simultaneously, down in the ops room, battle group headquarters can queue different assets from within the brigade and within our own battle group. Things like Reaper and all the UAVs.
Unmanned aerial vehicles, you can get those up. And what would their role be at that point?
Try and locate where the insurgents are attacking us from.
The unmanned MQ-9 Reaper Hunter Killer is a highly sophisticated bit of kit. Capable of carrying over 1.5 tons, it can stay airborne for up to 14 hours, with an operational ceiling of 50,000 feet. It packs a precision-guided punch. The air support that Reaper provides is crucial, but troop domination on the ground makes an even bigger difference here in Afghanistan. To do that, you need a network of smaller patrol bases outside the safety of the main garrison.
Well, Oz here has lent me his bino so I can have a look out, and I've got to tell you, it feels pretty safe when you're up here in the lookout tower, especially behind a great big machine gun. But tomorrow, we are leaving this FOB, we're leaving the boundary of this safety, and we're going out there where there is a real threat of danger.